Hey, this is Hansman. Welcome once again to my channel. So this time we will be having a run-through solve of a 3 by 3 cube, but not actually this 3 by 3. This one. Basically, it's a mirror cube. So for the first time who are having some hard time of solving a mirror cube, uh, I think one of the good prerequisite is you had already at least successfully solved a 3 by 3, a normal 3 by 3 cube. At least for a beginner's method though, right? Not necessarily with the CPOP method. So that's the reason why I have this cube beside me, though we're gonna be performing a run through solve in a mirror cube. Alright, so without further ado, let's try solving a mirror cube. Okay, so of course for now we will shuffle our mirror cube. So obviously what you're seeing while we are scrambling the mirror cube is pretty much all the shape is changing, right? So not like in a normal cube, a normal 3 by 3 cube, when you scrambled it, they are still pretty much on the same shape, but not like a mirror cube. Okay, so this time what we're going to do is we will compare side by side while we're performing a beginner's method in both of these cubes. Okay, so okay, let's work on a beginner's method starting on solving the cross. We can do this as just like intuitively, and pretty much we could complete the cross. We could also do it as layer by layer without doing the F2L at the same time. So we'll just do F2L, I mean as layer by layer on the first one, and probably the next layer we're gonna be solving it at the same time so that we could also perform it side by side with a mirror cube, right? So the reason why we opted to choose the layer by layer, because when it comes to mirror cube they are all different shapes. So yeah, and of course once that we are now completing the second layer, of course we're gonna be working on like on the cross on the top, right? So suppose if we're doing a white cross, we'll be also working with a yellow cross later, right? So after which we're gonna be working with like a canon, right? So that all the edges were gonna be the same, and later we're gonna be performing the corners. Should be all be last layer should be solved, but it's not yet permutated when it comes to the corners, right? So let's start working on this. Say for example, I'll do first here in 3 by 3 Rubik's cube. All right, so we'll just do it intuitively. So this white, let's bring it over here, white blue, this red white over there, right? And this orange will be there, and this one will be there. All right, so there you go. I'm not working with the daisy, but this one is at least a normal intuitive solving of uh, white cross at the bottom. You notice I'm solving it while the bottom or the white cross is facing downwards. All right, so there you go. We have already crossed here. Doesn't matter with these corners. We'll do the same thing also here in our mirror cube. But this time what we're gonna be doing is, since I made this one as white as at the bottom as my white cross, what we're gonna be doing is uh, the bottom, the opposite of this GAN logo here will be our white, because obviously they are all the same colors, right? So this like will be our yellow on the top, and at the bottom will be the white one, this one. Right, let's do this intuitively, right? So for start, of course you have to see all those edges if it will fit over here, right? And of course sometimes technically you can solve this one even you're even blindfolded, they say, which is, I haven't even tried it yet, right? So what I'm doing it now, I'm just pairing this such edges, so that every time I'm turning it 180 and it fits here. So meaning they're fine. So meaning this one is not fitted over there. So I think this is fine. Right, this one, if I turn it 180, oh, not yet. Okay, so this if you're getting this kind of edge cross, this is still wrong. So it has to be smooth, straight. Right. So let's continue working on our cross. Right, and right, let's try this one, and this is fine now. See, I build the first cross, and this time, okay, probably this one over there. All right, so I have my first line of cross there, and I believe this one is all right, and there you go. And one more missing over here, and what we're gonna uh, take is probably this spot. Oh no, not this one. All right, this one. Right there you go. Still, that's a bit tough though when it comes to a mirror cube. Make it sure that it's a flat on your cross at the bottom. Of course, you don't need to do it here in a typical 3x3 cube. All here is different shapes. So the most important are these. Right. So look on my edges along straight from the centers are all now in place, right? So next, of course, okay, let me come back here. I'll be performing now the the first layer. Of course, these corners are not yet fitted over there. So what we're going to be doing is this one is, oh, I think I forgot to perform now a layer by layer in a normal 3x3. Okay, this one is fine now. It's already there, seated there on that corner. And oh, pretty much this one also, right? And this one also. Oh, except this one, right? So there you go. I've completed the first layer, right? Right. That's easy. Only one is misplaced. Okay, now, but when it comes to mirror cube, of course, the most easiest is to see the shape if it will fit on that particular corner. And obviously, this huge one will should be over here. What we do is we basically bring it up, and we can do a typical sexy move, R U R prime U prime, right? And many times, and until it will sit there, right? So three more to go, three more corners, right? All right. See, okay, this one is most likely it will fit over here. Let's see. I can easily just put it there. No, of course not. And I think it has to be flipped. Okay. I'm performing RU R prime U prime once again, so that this corner will going to sit it in a proper position. And okay, I think I'm not getting it over there. Well, we'll just decide it later. Maybe this would be over here in this side, in this corner, and that's correct. Yeah, and two more corners left, and we only, I think the biggest corner here is this piece, right? So what will I do is I'll do RU R prime U prime. Yeah, and there you go. And this one is most likely this one, right? R U R prime U prime again, and there you go. So the first layer are now solved in both the normal 3x3 and our mirror cube, right? So next will be in the second layer. What we're going to do is like right hand and left hand lingo. If we're going to the right, we use U R U R prime U prime and turn to Y, and then L prime U prime L U, right? So, say for example, what we will do is we'll just pair um, our edges somewhere here. This is the one. This is okay. If I move it over here, it's meaning it's going to the left. So I'll perform the first lingo on the left hand. U prime, L prime, U prime, and then X, R, U prime, R prime, U prime. There you go. So the first edge are now solve. Okay, so three more to go. So what we're going to do is, okay, so we'll get the same. If they are not on the top, the one thing for sure, we have to put them, bring them up. That's because everything is are yellow on the top there. So it's okay. So let's bring this one up, and then once again I'll solve this corner. Right, see there, we need this orange and green. Right, a typical um, beginner's method, no? Right now, once that edge is on place, we can see facing this center. Of course, if we put it to the left there, it's supposed to go to the left. So I'm doing again the left lingo, u prime, and then x. Right, there you go. And I think mm, okay, there we have one piece there. So we'll face it over here, and obviously this right side is already fixed. Now we again will everything is done down in our left lingo, right? Right, u prime, and last one is for this piece. Okay, match in the center color, and definitely it's going to the right. Now we will perform the right hand lingo. U R U prime R prime. Okay, I think I did a mistake there. So I know, right, right. I did not complete the cycle. Right, there you go. The two layers now are completed. So similarly, also we will perform that one in our mirror cube. Okay, same thing. Also, we have to match the edge here, and we can just rotate our U upper layer, and then we'll see that it's matching over there. Just make a side F primes like this one. So meaning I'll be performing the left lingo, U prime, and then rotate RU or prime U prime. There you go. So now the whole thing is in place. Right, let's see some more edges. Okay, this one is matching already here on the top. You can see it's flat. When you still facing on this face, okay, if you make F, it's matching over here, meaning this is match. So we will now perform the right hand lingo. U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime. Okay, U, R, U prime, U prime, and rotate to the left, and there you go. So two more to go, and I think only one problem now. If our edges are still here, stuck here in the second layer, so we have to bring them up. Right, definitely this is not the one. This is not the one. This is all small now. So only this spot. So don't worry if we are distracting this first layer. We will just bring them up later. Just make it separate them, and in such a way you could still use that one. That's the purpose why we bring that up, and perform again that corner. RU R prime U prime should be there. Right, there you go. This is the reason why we bring this up before it was here. Now this is matching though, right? So meaning now I could perform F and it will match to the right. So just to identify that you are doing either right or left hand lingo. Right, so U R U prime, U R prime U prime, and then turn to the left, and there you go. So last piece is this, and most likely is this the one. Now I think I can now move it like this. Now we're performing the left hand lingo, U prime, rotate to the right, and there you go. So we're done with both two layers. Okay, now we'll be performing now the next stage, which is the yellow cross. This is what we say, it's a yellow cross, right? So it's just about F R U R prime U prime, or F wide R U R prime R U R prime U prime, right? So this one is a box there, so we can use the wide, right? And there you go. So as long as we have done the cross already, well, we'll stop there for a while. So similarly also here, okay, I think this is not yet cross. So this is like a box here, I can perform again this wide F, and there you go. So regardless of their edges not yet matching, because that is the next stage that we're going to be working, pairing all these match edges, and that is what we call the canon when it comes to um, a beginner's method, right? So let's do it in canon. So let's move this one, this orange, right? This is already solved, this is already solved, this one not yet. So what we'll do, I'll face here to the right, right? And it's like a typical R U R prime, uh, R U R prime, U2 R U R prime. Okay, so I'll be doing that fast, and then move a bit if it's not yet solved, right? So meaning now this one is solved and this one is solved. So I can, okay, this one is solved and that one is not solved. So I can now use the left, either the right or left, right? And now all the edges are in place. All right, so we'll stop to there, and let's perform that canon here in our mirror cube. So in our mirror cube, I think we're quite lucky. Why? Because all our edges are now in place. Right, so same thing also, we have to do what I have performed it in a normal 3 by 3, right? You can use R, U, R prime, um, R, U, R prime, R, U, R prime, W, or U2, R, U, R prime, right? So anyhow, that's already like a skip of our canon. Right, so this time what we're going to be working now is to solve the last layer, and just to make that one all yellow facing on the top. Here you will see this one should be flat, all of these should be flat, though we're not yet matching the corners, it's not yet been permutated, right? So we're not yet been orienting those, we're just oriented our like, that's why it's the reason why we have a orienting of the last layer, which is the OLLL. Right, so what I will do here, let's, since purely beginner's method, I will turn my cube upside down like this. And every time I do the R, U, R prime, U prime, we are using a D prime to bring this in every side. This one, we don't need it, we don't need it. I'll show you. So R, U, R prime, U prime, U prime, it must be a complete, and if this is facing yellow on the bottom, now we can do now either D prime or D, right there. Now we will perform this one, just a sexy move, and back. Oh, great, it's a skip. Oh, they did not give us a chance to perform the permutation of the corners, right? So because that would be another algorithm, which is we'll use the bring it on the top, the yellow, we're gonna be D prime, F prime, F prime, I'm sorry, R prime, D prime, R, right? So anyhow, it's solved. Maybe this here we will going to perform that one. Right, here in our mirror cube, I will do the same thing, upside down, anywhere. Actually, you could start here in the corner, as long as everything should be facing downward, just like everything should be in yellow, right? So here I'll be performing this R, U, R prime, U prime. It's a sexy move, complete one. Oh, see, it's now facing down. We don't need this one, we have to do it, right? Sexy move, and there you go. One more D, and this one we're gonna be performing continuously R, U, R prime, U prime. All right, so now put it in place, and I think we will gonna be performing now the last algorithm. All right, bring it back. Now we're facing on the top. We never done the last stage here because it's pretty much skipped though, but here we have a chance to perform it now. So this time, still a part of beginner's method. What we're gonna be doing is an algorithm using R prime, D. Okay, let me put first that one over here. R prime, D, R, and then we will bring it over here. Just make the U moves, R prime, D up. Once that it matches, again move another piece over here on the top, and most likely it should be there. R prime, D, R, and now we rotate it and we'll put it back here. Now R prime, D, and there you go. So this time we have successfully solved a, a mirror cube using a beginner's method, right? So perhaps if you are up to a C-pop, just like I'm performing a J-pom, a T-pom, like it's a T-pom, you can see. If you will notice, suppose I'll be doing this one as a T-pom, you are also working on the same theory behind the shapes. So you can see that this one is in place, even this one are sorry, you're not seeing this one. This is red, then this is our orange headlights. So this is like your headlights, and this one is safe. And technically this one should be swap over there, right? So that makes a T-pom shapes. So if I will perform the same algorithm, T-pom, yeah, and it was solving, right? So that would be probably the next video that we're gonna be capturing, solving like a typical CFOP. At least a two look though, at least a two look OLL and two look PLL, right? Even though I'm a full OLL and PLL solver already. And same thing also will do an intuitive F2L and solving with the cross, right? So thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully you have learned a bit in solving a mirror cube using a beginner's method. So bye bye for now. God bless you all.